Welcome to Wrong Time Watch. My name is Kevin, and today we're looking at the Zelos Mako version 3 300 meter steel Teal dive watch. Retail on this is $429, and as you can see, this is the Teal version of the watch. I have not had a Zelos with a Teal dial yet, and that's why I chose this one in Teal. I had originally planned on selling this watch shortly after reviewing it, but after spending more time with it, I've come to appreciate it even more and more, especially with this dial combination here. I like how it's teal and then it transitions darker out to the black ceramic bezel insert, and the chapter ring is black as well. So before we get into this watch all the way, if you could subscribe to my channel, I would appreciate it. Also like the video if you like it, and leave a comment below. So this is the wood gift box that it comes in. The watch roll should be in there, but I have that set to the side. So here's the watch roll. I've never actually used one of these outside of the gift box here, but I suppose you could use it to travel with your watches. It has the steel warranty card, and also it comes with the Tropic NATO strap, which I have over here. It does come with spring bars. Looks like I misplaced one somewhere. I'll have to find that later. But it does come with, oh, here it is. It does come with spring bars, which is nice. I'll need to put those in a little baggie or something so I don't lose them again. And here's the straps. I prefer this watch, well, I prefer all watches on bracelets, but I do wear straps every once in a while. Sorry, I had it the wrong way there. So this feels like a nice quality strap. It has the milled buckle here and milled tang. It's also signed. So this is very nice. And I removed 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 bracelet links to fit my 6.5-inch wrist. And these didn't work out too bad, but used a 1.2 millimeter slotted screwdriver here. So let's get into the watch. The dimensions on this are a little better suited for my, again, 6.5-inch wrist with 52 millimeter wristband. The lug to lug on this is 46. Now with the bracelet, it does have the fixed center links, so that extends the lug to lug to 53. It does curve down a bit, so you'll see it on my wrist here in a moment. I don't think it looks too bad. So the diameter on it is 40 millimeter. The thickness is pretty thick at 14.5. That's measured from the case back to the top of the crystal. If you remove the crystal, it's about 11.5 millimeters. And this crystal is a 2.5 millimeter thick box crystal. It is domed. There's a good amount of dome to it there. It has 20 millimeter lugs, and that does taper down to 18. A nice amount of taper there. And the crown size on this is 6.5, which is fine for this watch. Well, fine for any watch, but it feels good on this. And this crown is a loomed crown. Now, I said earlier I do like these watches, or all watches on bracelet, but my one exception is if it has a straight or a flat area between the lugs like this, I tend to prefer it on a strap, a rubber strap or leather or a NATO. I don't really like how the bracelet looks with a case shape like this. I don't like how it integrates in there. I also have the same issue with a Seiko turtle. Should I have one over here? Of course, this is on a strap, but it does have a bit of curve to the case. It just doesn't look good on bracelet to me. So I'm trying to get used to this one on the bracelet. This one is a little different because it does step down here, so it kind of detracts from that issue for me. But anyway, back to the watch. It is 300 meter water resistant. As I mentioned, it has a sapphire crystal, lumed ceramic bezel insert. It does have the C3 lume and the X1 lume, I believe. It has two different types of lume. So the movement on this is the Miyota 9015, which I do like. I don't have a favorite movement per se, but I appreciate the specs on it. It's the higher beat rate, 8 beats per second. It is a thinner movement than the Seiko NH35, but this watch is actually thicker than my SKX, mostly due to this crystal. So onto the bracelet. It is 316L stainless steel, just like everything else on this watch, as you would expect. It's solid links, solid end links. Although this does not have the quick release system like on the 40 millimeter swordfish and also the 42 millimeter titanium. It does have the new clasp though. It does have some sharp edges. I don't think it would cut you, but you definitely can feel that they're sharp. Double pusher deployant here, no safety clasp obviously. And you'll notice there are no micro adjust holes on the side of the clasp here. And this is a milled clasp. So the reason why there are no micro adjust holes is because this is a quick adjust strap here, quick adjust bracelet, sorry. I still have the tape on there, but it does still work. So you'll pull this lever back, and then you can pull the bracelet forward. Let's see if I can get this on camera here. Just like that. Then you can push it in without having to pull that lever. So there we go. I do like this bracelet. It's a mix of brush and polished surfaces. It looks nice. It's a 3-link bracelet. I kind of prefer the bracelet on the swordfish a little more. And I'll put together a video here comparing this to a couple of my swordfishes. So let me shine a flashlight on this dial. It does look good in the studio light, but you can't really see the texturing on here. So let's hit this with a flashlight. So you can see that whirlpool texturing on there. I can't wait to get this out in the sunlight. It's been rainy the past few days here, so haven't had it in direct sunlight yet. Okay, let's get this on wrist, and then we'll end the video with a lume shot. Oh, let's look at the case back actually. I guess I can take the... Been wearing it with this sticker on the back. Let's get that off of there. So I can see the Mako shark engraved on the back there. One thing I would like about this watch a little better is if it was a bit thinner. Go from the 300 meter water resistance down to 200. I'd be perfectly fine with that. I don't need a 300 meter diver, but it's still perfectly wearable the way it is. So again, I have a 6.5 inch wrist with the 52 millimeter wristband, and the lug to lug on the case is 47. I'm sorry, 46, and then lug to lug on the bracelet is 53. So I think it fits okay. I probably should put this on a strap and see how it looks on a strap, but most of the time I'll be wearing it on a bracelet. I'll bring my SKX over here, bring that over for size reference. So the SKX is actually a little bit larger. Lug to lug is the same, but the case diameter on this is 2.5 millimeter larger. So, all right, let's set these up for the Lume shot, and that will be the end of the video here. Okay, so I did a little switcheroo here. I swapped out my SKX 171 for the SKX 009 on the right, and the Mako, of course, is on the left. And the hands and indices on the Mako are brighter than the SKX 009. The tip of the second hand on the Mako is a different color lume, and so is the bezel, and the chapter ring looks to be lumed as well. I can't really see it that well by eye, but I can see it on the camera here. So very impressive lume on the Seiko, on the on the Mako. Let me hit it with the UV light again. I'm surprised the Seiko is not as bright as the Zelos. Oh, looks like it's not. The Mako is clearly brighter than the SKX. So, all right. As always, thank you for watching, and catch you guys on the next video.